that's in there. That is in there.
Sorry. I didn't see the 5, 4, 3, 2.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode 309 is entitled Judgy Judgerson. Do you judge too much? Do others not judge enough? Why do we judge others? We'll be talking about that at the table this evening. So pull up a seat at this very table and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app or watch us live or later on YouTube at Lunchtime in Rome. Visit us at Lunchtime in Rome, and while there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire. Make sure to follow us on all social media, and a 5-star review from you would be wonderful. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
At the table, we strive to love one another and help you to do the same. Some weeks we'll have someone join us so that you can get to know them and learn a little bit about yourself in the process. Other weeks, like this one, we dive into a topic. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. That is what we do. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is lunchtime in Rome. Without
Yum.
Chris. Doctor said he needs a bacchiotomy.
Bacchiotomy.
Yeah.
So I am back. You guys at the table. I mean, you guys at the table knew, but nobody else knew. I was gone. I went to Florida for my second Unchained Disc Golf Ministry Conference. Bigger than ever. The first one they had, I think, 6 or 8 years ago. They had 16 people.
Wow.
And now there was 220 sold out. 24 states 30 states, 4 countries, other than the United
I would
States.
say Finland would be there.
You would be close.
Yeah.
Estonia.
Oh, yeah.
Ukraine, Estonia, Mexico, Canada, United States.
Really?
Mhm.
Nice. No Finns.
No Finns.
Huh.
You can't trust them.
Yeah,
But
I never have.
I have a couple stories. Great time. I will go more serious to funny. So the main speaker, and it's a wonderful combination. It is. They do have a ministry to the golfers on the Pro Tour. Yes, there's a disc golf Pro Tour where they have chapels in every town that they have a tournament so that the players who are working Sunday morning can still worship.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also about how to incorporate disc golf into your own personal ministry. And, and they say that disc golf is the perfect ministry sport because most of the time you are walking and you're talking. More, if you think about it, more than any other sport, even ball golf, you're riding in a cart.
Right. You got a cart.
And on the other hand, ball golf, you're out there for 6 hours.
Right.
But so it's, and also mission work, like they do mission trips and plant a disc golf course in an underserved area like La Paz, Mexico, where my guy Johnny and Pepe, the pastor that I met last year, Johnny was there again this year. Certainly they've done Ukraine. They've done a couple other places. But also, so the main speaker has been a pastor, a missionary, and he started his ministry called Small Circle Discipleship. And he did the first 2 talks. And he goes, the modern church, and I mean that as churches in America, but also the church at large, God's people. He said they're very good at big group events and big group ministry, small group ministry. He said, but what we need is one-on-one, he said, discipleship and mission work. Sitting around a table, talking about God and talking about the Bible. He's like, everyone out there, every one of you, 220 people, you have your own ministry. And I'm sitting there like, I've been saying that for
You stole that from me.
years. I mean, everyone is sitting there taking notes. And
Yeah.
they're like, that's true. My church, we've got 600 people and we got 30 small groups, but there's really no one-on-one. And I'm like, God, wow. Like I was affirmed.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's like, what'd you learn this week? And I'm like, not a dadgum thing. But it was nice that happened. There is a disc golf retailer for you boys, Foundation. But for those who don't know, Foundation Disc Golf, and they have a YouTube channel. And I've gotten to meet them last year and interact to some degree with the 2 main guys. Hunter, one of the co-owners, and Trevor, for lack of a better term, he's sort of their creative manager for the social media stuff. Well, Trevor is a huge Denver Broncos fan. So we're getting ready to have worship, whatever it was, Saturday night. And Trevor is standing in front of the giant, screen in the main auditorium with his Bo Nix jersey on, and it's 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh.
And it's getting closer and it's getting closer. And Hunter and
This
Trevor
is the middle of like service or whatever.
before the service.
Okay.
Before the service.
All right.
And Hunter and Trevor are the MCs.
Uh-huh.
They open every event. And I go over to Hunter and I said, how are you ready to do this by yourself? And he goes, oh, I already told him that I've got this. Whether you're going to be on cloud 9 or ripping your shirt off and running off into the woods, you have the night off. I've got this.
Yeah.
And so it goes into, and if it goes into overtime, we're going to start. Well, it goes into overtime. And I just said to Hunter, I said, Hunter, you know what you should say to everybody? Hey, listen, we worship God. We don't worship football. So we're all going to bring our phones down and we're going to lay them at the altar so that we're not even tempted to check. And he laughs and I go to sit down and he walks up on stage and he goes, I just had this conversation and, we worship God. We don't worship football. And I'm like, that was my line. I'm right here, 20 feet away. He doesn't give me credit for it. I say all that to say, as you may or may not know, Denver wins.
Mm-hmm.
Star quarterback Bo Nix breaks his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And Hunter and Trevor have like a best brother or big brother, little brother, or whatever, twin brother relationship. So the next morning at breakfast, I go up to Hunter and I said, Hunter, and this is where it applies to all of us, did you follow Romans 12:15 with Trevor? And of course he looks at me puzzled. I mean, he knows the Lord, but I said, did you rejoice with him that Denver won and mourn with him that Bo Nix broke his ankle? He goes, I don't know. I mean, this could be mourning. He goes, I went up to him and he still had his Bo Nix jersey on. And I said, hey, Bo, how's the ankle? Does that count as mourning? I said, no, that's not. I said, that's the scripture that says out of the overflow of your heart, the mouth speaks. So that later morning, 42 degrees, pouring rain, only bad weather I had. It was the foundation versus the nation where you could pay money to the ministry and you get to play with a pro against the foundation guys. I could talk about that for a long time, but I go up to the tee on my hole, and I've already been outside in the rain for 45 minutes. And I'm wearing my IU quarter zip, and the pro they put me with was Cole Rodolin, even though I was supposed to play with Trinity.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, IU? And I said, why? No, I know he lives in Oregon. He goes, you beat my Ducks. And I said, well, I mean, I didn't, and they're not yours. But anyhow, well, Cole's team was beating foundation. So as I go to tee off, Hunter screams at the top of his lungs. Now, mind you, it's 42 degrees. It's pouring down rain. I haven't thrown a disc today. And I throw a skip shot into the woods. Whatever, Cole throws a good shot. So we're by the green, but I'm in the woods, 10, 15 feet. And there's maybe 100 people watching. Pouring down rain. They're announcing it. It's fun, whatever. So I try a scuba shot, sort of like an upside down putt out of the woods.
Yeah.
Out of the woods, starts to fade, like 35 feet. Just barely misses the chains, but the crowd's like, oh.
That's awesome.
And as I turn and walk away, Hunter goes, I would have been so mad if you would have made that. And I looked at him, I said, so Romans 12:15, not even in your Bible? Does it go from 14 to 16 in Hunter Thomas's Bible? Is that what you're telling me? So we laughed.
Yeah.
So those are my two major stories, I guess. Played a lot of disc golf. Played with Evan Smith,
Yeah.
who was a touring pro. And I knew he was good, but there was an old timer with us. Like, so you're playing collegiate doubles like we did on the one disc golf trip. So there's 4 of you on a team, for lack of a better term. Evan, pro. And then there's a kid, but I mean, the kids who go down there, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And the first day I shot 2 under par. So I was like, well, how'd you do first day? He goes, well, I was 26 over, but I didn't really, I could have played better. And I was like, because I'm looking for our number 2.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know.
Right.
And then this guy comes around the corner, 76 years old. And he goes, so what do you do for a living, Evan? He goes, oh, I disc golf. He goes, can you make money at that? He was like, and he goes, but I mean, I did finish 16th in the world last year. And I didn't say anything, but I wanted to go, really? Like, I knew he was good.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah.
Here's the craziest part. He made 3 really good putts. I played better than him.
Wow.
I can go over the entire round. And I was like, and he was like embarrassed, like, oh man, I haven't warmed up. And I'm like, I get it, whatever. But it's a shorter course. Blah, blah,
Like
blah.
it's the 18th hole.
Like I'd like you to play better. That's what I would like you to do. But it was cool. And I realized early on, like, he's really into disc golf, obviously, but like, he wasn't going to entertain me. He wasn't like, so it was really cool. I just sewed into him. Like, so what was your major in college? Oh, you're a theater major. Great. What was this? What was it? Hey, did you get married? Oh, I'm married. Yeah. Okay. What's that? And it was just fun to just give of myself for the entire round. And then towards the end, he was talking about, I asked him, I said, putting, everybody says, I said, how much of putting is confidence? He goes, 80 or 90. And he goes, but it's not false confidence. That's just bravado. He goes, it's the confidence that you've put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't have to worry about it when you're actually putting. You know that you've done the work. Mm-hmm. And part of me was like, but what if I haven't done the work? But it was cool. And like, I asked him on one shot if I did something wrong. And he was like, well, he goes, with a headwind, a lot of pros do a lot of wonky things. This is after I've thrown it. Or a lot of amateurs do a lot of wonky things. And I'm like, all right. Could have just said I was a little quick. Yeah. He didn't have to say it was a lot of wonky things. But good time, good vacation for me. One of the guys there goes, as a pastor, do you ever get a sabbatical? And I was like, this is the sabbatical. And they said from up front, hey, whoever made it possible for you to be here, whoever sponsored you to be here, send them right now. Send them in text. And I was like,
okay.
Who are these?
Myself.
Who are these sponsors you speak of? But anyhow,
Yeah, maybe you should get in the sponsor circuit for next year.
I guess I don't know. I just paid the bill myself. But anyhow, that's my update.
So what was better or worse about it this year, knowing because you'd already been there once?
Sure. Worse, less anonymous, because now like people remembered me and
right.
And actually, Hunter walked up to me because I'd given him my book last year and asked him for help marketing. And he goes, hey, Jay, I know what you're going to ask me. I said, no, I'm not. And he goes, oh, because I haven't read it. And I said, I wasn't going to ask. And he goes, Jay, I have it in my house. He goes, I have a 2-year-old. I'm deathly afraid to read your book. And I wanted to say, well, the Bible talks a lot about fear. And, but so like, and Trevor, I was like, hey, Trevor, can I talk to you for a second? Because somebody was planning on pranking him, a couple of the pros, but I had heard about it. So I was telling him because I don't like pranks. And I was like, hey, Trevor, I said, my name's Jay. He goes, I remember. And I'm like, it's okay, buddy. It's fine. So worse in that I went there last year to be completely anonymous. But conversely, it was also good because I got to see some of the people that I have seen before.
Sounds so funny. They need like a conference for them so that they can like unwind a little bit. It sounds like they're just like on edge,
that can just be who they are.
Yeah.
But like my guy Bryson that I met last year and really developed a relationship with, like he was there again this year and I picked him up at the airport on Friday morning and just to hang out with him, like he thinks anything I say is the funniest thing in the world. I just want to, I don't know what's going to take to get him to move out here, but so that's the best part is just building relationships with different people outside of my normal world. And getting to worship and not be in charge of it, even though like the first night I'm watching the guy, same guys last year, and I can see his mind. Like, I'm like, people aren't singing very loud. I mean, obviously, and so afterwards I went up to him and I said, hey, I just want you to know that while you're leading worship, I'm praying for you. I said, because I could see your mind working. And he goes, yeah, I was a little slow, but thanks for that, whatever else. And then the last morning, Trevor said, hey, let's give it up for, I don't even know his name, for leading us in worship.
Judgy Judgerson?
No, huh? Oh, no, we're not getting to that. What?
Yeah, Judgy Judgerson. Is that his name? You're like, I don't know his name.
Oh.
And I'm just trying to work in.
Yeah, but you guys didn't give updates yet.
No, I know. I'm foreshadowing.
Yes. No.
I'm helping to move
name
the plot
was
along.
Micah or something.
Okay,
but
not Judgy.
Let's give it up for him, and everybody's applauding. And I went over to him and I said, "Isn't it great that you do this for the Lord and everybody gives you applause?" I don't think he necessarily got that one.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, "No, I like the applause."
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, but and obviously yesterday afternoon, 60 degrees, sunny, sitting by a lake and hanging out. So
yeah, that was
cool. Year 1 to year 2, both years great. Yeah, I mean, I played pretty well. I worked on my mental game a lot. Maybe that'll carry over because we ain't playing anytime soon, given the forecast.
No, right.
We
are in the dead of winter.
It's winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of cold, that's great. I am so glad that you allow yourself to do a trip like that because a lot of people wouldn't allow themselves to take the time or spend the
Or the
money.
money, right?
Yeah.
And I have a lovely wife who lets me go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I do what I want.
Right. We get it.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Over the weekend, I did a cryo chamber.
Oh, you mentioned that.
I did. I squandered the first guest pass. So Dr. Brent, my chiropractor,
Did you mention this on the podcast last
I don't
week?
know if I don't know if I did. Maybe I did.
As
No,
it is.
because I didn't see him till last Friday.
You were talking about doing it, but
You definitely talked about it.
right.
Maybe
but
it was a
can't
Tuesday night.
It might have been Tuesday night. That's what. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't use the first guest pass because it was only for the month of December, and December was a crazy
Yeah.
month, and I didn't realize it expired. So I told him last Friday when I saw him, I was like, I just got to let you know I didn't do it. He's like, oh well, not a problem. Here, take another one. So I did. So this place has cryo chamber. It's got an infrared sauna.
Mm-hmm. Red
Uh,
light, not infrared.
Well, they do infrared sauna, but they also do red light
Oh,
therapy.
that's crazy.
Now, $45 a session.
Shahoo, it's only money.
It's only money. So each of those, like if I did,
said shahoo, it's only money.
Shahoo! So yeah. Plus they have other stuff. Like they got IV drips. Like if you want to go get the like vitamin B's and stuff like that, they've got all that stuff. So if COVID ever happens again, you can go get the monoclonal antibodies, and
Ooh,
they do all that stuff.
nice. Where is this?
Down in like Shady Side, East Liberty.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So got gifted the cryo, and then I was like, man, that infrared sauna sounds pretty good too. I think I'll do that right after I do the
Makes sense.
cryo. So minus 202 degrees
That's like a
for 3 minutes.
temperature I can't fathom.
So
Like something.
It's like-
isn't that like Kelvin something?
Well, like
Kelvin is absolute zero. That's
Ah.
like deep space, and it's not like minus 202 isn't even close to that.
Sure.
So, but I mean, it's a lot colder than say 80 degrees, 75, like a normal,
Probably a
house
lot
or
different
whatever.
than zero.
Yeah. So I told the girl that was like outside of so it's this pod, and it honestly, like if you're claustrophobic in any way, probably not
Right.
for you,
right.
because it's literally like you open the door opens and it's like a pod.
Like you can't put your arms out.
You can't put
But your head's out of it.
no.
No.
You're
completely
fully
in there.
You-
Okay.
You
got
shut
it.
the door.
Okay.
And there's there is a piece of plastic or glass, but it gets like so
Foggy.
fogged up.
Right. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah. So,
You're
So-
writing help.
but I told the girl, well, you can open it. I mean, you can open it anytime. So we talked about it. I said, but I do cold baths every morning. She said, oh, well, this will probably be less challenging for you than the cold plunges. I said, really? She said, because the water's not on your skin.
Right.
I don't know. So
I buy
but-
it.
Makes sense.
So,
yeah.
anyways, I had to go in with I put earmuffs on because I didn't want to take my my earrings out. So I did earmuffs, gloves, socks, slippers, and I had my swimsuit on.
Okay.
And I get in, and you get to play music so that you can keep your mind off of the
Did you
cold.
play like Nordic metal?
No, it was she had an iPhone, and I just picked Avicii, like some whatever somebody picked before me, and I was
Wake
like,
me up when it's all
yes,
over.
that's exactly right. That's the one I played. But so I get in, and instantly, like the door shuts, and instantly it's just this just pure white vapor that appears, and so. You're in a box and you can't see anything except for white. And then I thought, I probably should close my eyes anyways because I have my contacts in.
Sure.
Oh boy.
And so I closed my eyes, and I was just standing with my hands in front of me, and it was fine. It was great. I was getting all pumped, and then at one point, it was like my nose went tink, and I thought I just got a nosebleed, but it got so cold so quickly. That was the only thing for me that was like. I don't want to say, I guess challenging. That's the only thing for me that kind of was like, whoa, this is kind of weird.
Concerning.
Yeah. And there was a moment probably 20 seconds into it where I was like, oh, am I really doing this? Am I going to do this the whole 3 minutes?
Right.
But anyways, I just covered my nose, and for me, it wasn't very difficult. And then, but what was really cool is when I got out, before I got in, she took my temperature, my skin surface temperature. It was about 89 degrees. When I got out, just after 3 minutes, it was down at 55 degrees, my surface skin temperature.
That's crazy.
And I felt like I could run through a brick wall. I was so pumped. And then she took me over to the infrared thing, sauna. And it was
Didn't affect your brain cells at all, though.
No.
I can't say any S words now. Is that a problem?
Can't talk. But no, I was in there for 50 minutes, and I think it was a little bit too long. I would have 30 minutes would have been fine, but that was 153 degrees. And so I went from minus 202 to 153
Yeah, you went from the
degrees.
cold side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, to the surface of the sun.
Yeah, and then they had a place like I took a shower there and just, dude, I felt so good coming home. And then I went home and I didn't pass out, but I was
Remodeled
like,
the dining room.
No, by the time I got home, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so good. I'm so chill. Like whatever's happening in my body. And I want to do it again. It was very cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And what's it? I mean, is it same technology or same physiological benefits as like a cold bath?
Yeah. Anti-inflammatory, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the infrared was 153.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
But isn't that less than, I mean, a lot of saunas are like 180 or something like that.
I don't know. I could have turned the temperature up,
Oh.
but
I'm just wondering because, like, I know, like, when I do my steam, you're not supposed to go above like 110 because it's steam.
right.
But I do like 120, but I only do like 10 minutes. But I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I had
crazy.
a little bit of trepidation. I was like, am I really gonna minus 202 degrees?
Would you
And
say it's less or like compared to your cold bath?
less what?
Comfortable.
Oh,
Differently.
the cold bath is way less comfortable. The cold bath to me
Yeah.
was way more challenging.
Yeah. Just,
Like,
just letting the water hit your.
Yeah, I have no
body.
desire to do a cold bath,
I don't either.
but I would entertain the thought of doing the cryo thing.
Me
But 3
too.
minutes.
Same.
Yeah. I think if you don't do the cold bath though, because it's so much mental. When I got in there, it was okay. I know this repulsion that my body's having
Sure.
right now. Cause there's that fight or flight, and there's a big part of you. It's like, I'm probably going to get out of here, you know? And so with the cold baths, every single time I do it, you get in and it's like, you hit 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Like it's probably time your body's like, you should get out of here.
And then you take charge of your body.
Yeah. You call it names and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I would highly encourage you to go. And there's beginner, intermediate, advanced, and then professional. That's the different.
What were you?
I did pro. I probably could have done the advanced, but I mean, if you're going to do it for
Is
the
it
first,
colder?
colder
Or is
than
it
light.
longer?
No, it's the stages are it's less cold and less long. So like beginners, I think like maybe 2 minutes at 180 or something like that, minus 180.
See, me, I'd be like 180, 200. It's fine. Let's do 200.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
I'm not walking out of there going, wait, you didn't do 200.
if you're looking for something interesting and challenging, and it's going to be over quickly, I would recommend it.
I would like to do some red light therapy for no good reason, except I see a lot of people saying, you should do red light therapy.
Helps your ATP production.
Yeah, well, my ATP is pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's up with you, Eric?
It's been kind of a crazy week. We did go to a Pens game with Maggie. It was Maggie's school night. Flyers.
Whooped them up.
We saw a game. That was a crazy game, and we sat. I don't want to speak ill about other people.
You don't want to judge. See, that's how you do it.
Yeah. There was a Flyers fan in front of us.
Well, you've said enough.
He was fun. He was actually fun. Because there is like a fun back and forth that you can have and have
Yes.
friendly banter.
Banter is the exact word I was thinking.
That's
Just
nice when you can
Fun.
have that.
You know,
However,
for the last, definitely the last period, a little bit period 2 into period 3, there was a Flyers fan behind us. And we were like 2 rows from the last row up top. We were with the rowdy crew, but we were having a good time, except this guy, he just yelled at the top of his lungs, and not funny. Cause I can get behind you if you're funny.
sure.
I
You're
can get
offering
behind-
something.
Yeah, not funny at all. Just annoying. When I got up, and started walking, like after the game was over, like my head hurt because he was screaming so loudly. And
Philly fan.
the Philly fan, yeah.
The bad Philly.
Just ripping. And I'm like, bro, you don't
And they're down,
you
what,
guys don't even
6-1
have
or
a
whatever
cup.
it was?
Yes. Like, I was like, you guys don't even have a cup. Like,
Well, they do.
well, yeah, but I mean,
Not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
Not since Clark.
Right.
76.
So yeah, it was just like, but then there was a moment that I had, and I just looked at Maggie, and like, it wasn't phasing her at all. She was locked into the game, locked into, and they make you clap. And I was like, that's why we're here. Like, I am not giving into this guy.
But that's smart. That's really good discernment.
Yeah. Right.
Because that was the enemy trying to distract you.
Trying to distract, and the enemy was on fire that night because it took us a half an hour to find parking. I don't know how they've made parking down there even more confusing than it was, but they've succeeded at that. It's horrible. It's the most horrible parking situation in the city.
I was thinking as you were talking, I don't know the last professional sporting event I've been to. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. And when the minute you just said that about parking,
Like, that's one of the reasons
might
why.
never go again. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
been to a Steeler game in forever. Pirate game.
So yeah, the night started off like that, and I had to shake that off, and then Amy got upset about whatever, just people around us being stupid and whatnot, and then like. And I rallied, and then, then it came to that. And I just had that moment with Maggie. I was like, we're here for her. And I just joined her in the fun. And, it ended up being the worst, best hockey game I've ever been to.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, that was probably the biggest thing I got going on this week.
And then you came home to a puppy.
We did come home to a puppy, Nola, who was just a
sent me
sweetie.
pictures, but-
Yeah.
So
Sent
just
Jan a
for-
bunch of pictures too.
So for everybody,
Yeah.
Nola is Tommy and Jan's dog, and I'm the Nola sitter. And I've told them whenever you need to go, he can come. This was the time I was going to Florida. So then Eric and Amy stepped in to watch Nola for the weekend.
She was delightful. I'd have her again in a
I
heartbeat.
mean, is she just not the sweetest pup?
She is, yeah.
In the picture, like Tommy said, all she needs is a chair and a window to look out, and she'll do it all day long. And then they sent a picture of Nola and Maggie both looking out the window at the same time.
Yeah.
But so sweet, so gentle. Receives instruction well when walking.
Yeah.
Like we'll go. She'll
go on her own.
she'll go on her own, but we
Yeah.
give her a little.
Yeah, you got to
Little
give her a
snap back.
little adjustment.
Which how about that leash? That's crazy.
The one that expands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like goes to like 40 feet, but it has like a stopper and
It's good.
a little crazy.
Yeah.
So, we are grateful that we had a good week, and we're grateful for the folks who sit at the head of the table, which up till now has been Groot, Larianne, Bethany Jaworski, Marilyn Ashley, and Breaking 90. And
We got to get some more names in here.
we do. And we have to meet to finalize
We do.
the incentive program for you to sit at the head of the table. For now, you just go to lunchtimeinrome.com and become a paid subscriber, and you will sit at the head of the table. But there will be different levels. And if you want to, you can have your own welcome to the podcast, to the table at the beginning of the episode, or you could be one of the ones who are at the end. And if you want to dedicate one to a loved one, both here or it doesn't have to be in memory, it could just be for anything. There'll be a level for you as well. And so once we get everybody together, Chris is not with us. I said doctor said he needs a backiotomy. Just mechanically not feeling great tonight, but he's otherwise just fine. I wouldn't want to
Judge.
judge him, but I do. No. So, I had a good talk with my guy, Bryson from Oregon. He left Oregon. He got to the airport at noon on Wednesday. I picked him up at the Jacksonville airport at 9:45
That is
Friday morning.
quite the trek.
Where's he coming from?
Oregon.
Wow.
He did Oregon, San Francisco, Newark, Jacksonville,
Jeez.
with multiple flights canceled because of fog and just all of us in 2 nights in airports.
So
Well,
when was he
spent
supposed to be there?
Thursday, like noon or something like that.
Man.
But he spent Wednesday night in the airport, and then he spent Thursday night flying from San Francisco to Newark.
That's awful.
Jeez.
But one of the things I talked about with him was how easy it is to judge other people, and that then people are real easy to judge other people's sins. And it got me to thinking, just, on the weekend as I judge everybody that I see. I'm sorry, was that out loud? No. But I wanted to sort of talk about judging others. And rather than have an exhaustive, detailed outline where it's robotic and everything else, I just thought we would sit around the table and talk about judging others. And I put it out there on Facebook late because I got home last night at 10 o'clock. By the way, Baltimore Airport. Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Twice as nice. Well, 5 times as nice as the city.
Oh. It shouldn't be in the city. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't have that.
Oh my God.
Nice of an airport.
And the judgment that's happening right now.
Right.
It's an assessment.
I stand by it.
It's not a judgment. But, first flight on Southwest. I've never flown Southwest before.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
6 more days of open seating, and then it goes to assigned seating.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering when that was coming.
But I did have, speaking of judgment, a woman, because I don't know how it works, and they line you up by number.
That's like their shtick. That's their thing. How are they going to assign seating?
Because.
All right.
It's been in the making for a while.
Yeah.
They made the announcement a long time ago.
But I get on, and the woman behind me, who's walking down the aisle, she goes, excuse me, stewardess, those people are in our seats. And I love the stewardess. She goes, well, that's not possible. It's open seating. So she ended up sitting behind us as soon as we land, more than I've ever seen ever before. And this goes to judgment. I'm not just telling stories. She jumps. I mean, we've barely squeaked the tires. And she gets up and goes to get her overhead luggage. And I look across the aisle at this 60-year-old lady. She had such a meme face.
Yeah.
Like it was so confusion, outrage, puzzled.
Yeah. What are you
whatever. And then the woman was, fiddling about, and she tries to get as far up as she can.
This is the one that complained?
Yeah, the one that complained.
All right.
And so it was just really cool because she and I had that moment, and I looked at her husband to let her know, like, I'm cool. Everything's cool. So then I get off the plane, and how you go from plane to the little thingy to the terminal. But I mean, in the first 10 feet. Well, Speedy Gonzalez lady is standing there waiting for whoever she was with. So she did all of that hurrying. I literally waited until the 60-year-old lady came, which, by the way, I keep saying 60 like it's super old. I'm 54.
Yeah.
Came around the corner just so I could make eye contact with her one more time. And it was delightful. But number one, so I put it on Facebook, and it was late last night because I got home late, Southwest Airlines, blah, blah, blah. We only had 2 responses so far. One was Jess Lynn, who said, I judge lazy people. And then the other was, Evie. Oh, and Mike Y. When a person judges someone for something that they do themselves or did in their past. And Mike Y, comparison is distinction, and distinction is learning.
Whatever that means.
Might be the most Mike Y thing ever.
I'm sure it means something.
Is all distinction to a person necessarily implicit judgment? I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself.
I think I understand what he's saying, though.
Oh, please.
Like, if any distinction that you're making about somebody, is that always considered a judgment? Like, if you assume something about somebody, is that a judgment?
Is all distinction necessarily implicit judgment?
Right.
No.
Right.
No. Comparison is distinction. Sure, I'm distinguishing one thing from another. And distinction is learning. Well, I don't know if you're learning, you're observing. I would disagree with that. Anyhow. So what do you judge? What do you judge people on? We know what you judge people on.
Philadelphia.
And
in Baltimore, I guess.
Baltimore.
Now, this is easy. You judge people who litter.
I judge people who litter. I judge people that don't drive with proper etiquette. That drives me nuts.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Turn your high beams down.
Oh.
Or turn your lights on.
I want to spend some time here, by the way, so we don't have to hurry through this.
Yeah.
I mean, all the things that I've said before, I do judge those people. Like, we're living in a society, people in the Penn Hill Shopping Center that just decide to park wherever they want, whenever they want. Like, to me,
What
that's
about
just,
people-
it's just like, I judge ignorance. What I deem as ignorance in a society.
For example.
All those things I just said.
Yeah.
You right now, Jay.
No, all the things I just said. Like, there are certain things
hold on,
that
but-
lube the...
I want to hone in on the word ignorance, because it's not ignorance. If it's ignorance, they don't know better. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge.
I feel like there might be some of that.
I feel like there might be some that just don't know any better.
Yeah.
Like, you might not know to not drive with your high beams on. You should if you get your driver's license, but maybe you just don't. Maybe they don't hone in on that.
I think it's rude more than it's ignorance.
I think it's all of the above. I think it's both.
Yeah,
But I think
I think-
there's
yeah.
people that are ignorant. They just genuinely don't know. But then there's people that just don't care, and they're ignorant of how it makes other people feel. I guess
I like that.
I judge.
That's for sure.
I judge main character syndrome. Like,
Sure.
and I'm not saying I don't have that from time to time myself. I don't want to be hypocritical. I try to be self-aware.
It's subtle if you do.
Oh, I appreciate
Because
that.
my point is because I think we all have main character syndrome in that we're the main character of our lives.
Right.
I think that's
Well, and you kind of got to be focused on what you're doing.
right.
But there's the people that they don't
They
care.
think they're the main character of your life.
Yeah, and-
That's the distinction.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
between
that
the two.
Yeah, yeah.
so
I'm
that's,
learning.
I really I do. But what is judging? Like, is it me saying I think you're
Less of a person.
less of a I have less respect for you as a human being because you do these things? Is that a judgment on my part, or is that a devaluation of respect? And I don't know if like those are related or
Let's
if that's even
re-ask
a
the
thing.
question. Say it again.
Is that judgment, or is it a? So for me, like my evaluation would be respect. Like that's the like if you're going to come and park halfway across a handicap and you just pull up and you don't care, I'm not going to respect you as much as the person who pulls in,
You're judging their behavior as not respectful.
Okay, so I'm judging and I'm okay with that.
Well, for lack of
No,
a term,
I
you-
think we're just trying to define it.
yeah,
Right.
that's what I want to do because
Right.
it's so easy. Don't judge me.
Yeah. What is
Well,
judging? Like,
Right.
what does that mean?
That's all I want to do. Is
But-
I want to knock it around a little bit.
Yeah, because that's interesting. Because like Brian's judging that person's actions, and
based off a code that is just completely, absolutely unique to me.
well,
Like, it's my
but
code.
but it's also based off their
Societal
actions,
norm-
what they
and
did.
societal norms.
You know what I mean? Like
it's not like you're going, you wore blue on a Tuesday. I mean, you're not
Right.
breaking something out of.
Right.
You're saying you're breaking a societal norm which holds us all together,
Right.
right.
and you think you exist outside of it.
Let's do this. Like, let's talk about race. Purple people. There's no purple people, but let's say purple people.
Oh wow.
But if you judge that person based on just their appearance, like that's not the same as what you're saying, Brian, with the person that's parking in the handicap spot. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yours is also prejudging based on race. All
Right.
purple people are, so therefore you are. That person who parked there has
Right.
already presented a
Right.
negative
Brian
behavior.
has evidence.
Right.
Of yeah.
You're judging their behavior, not their race, you're not prejudging.
Right.
You're-
You're right.
I mean, you'd be prejudging if you said you're a worthless human being and have no reason to live.
Right.
Yeah. I don't go that far.
Right.
But like,
Right.
But to say that behavior I find to be abhorrent and disrespectful,
Right.
that is judging, but is it wrong?
Right.
I don't think it's wrong.
Right.
With a smile.
I don't even think you're wrong
I
either.
really thought you were going to go, I don't even think prejudging is wrong.
Purple people are the worst.
But then on the highway, I'm more than happy to go 85 miles an hour, and that's breaking the law. That is not abiding by norms or rules or laws of a society. And
The Weeze made it. Norms or rules or laws.
and then if I come upon the person that's in the left lane doing
75
78,
and a
78,
70.
whatever, and then there's somebody in the driving lane, in the right lane, that's doing the speed limit 70. Let's just say the speed limit 70. They're doing 70 in the right lane. Person in the left lane's doing 78. I'm doing 85.
Right.
I'm still getting right up on the person to get him to move out of the way.
While
So
they're
now-
already exceeding this.
Well, they're already exceeding
right.
the speed limit.
But
So
not by
I'm-
as much as you are. So you're imposing your value system upon them.
yes, and then I'm still judging them. Get out of my way.
Sure.
So what is that? Like I'm the jerk in that scenario.
I don't necessarily think you are,
Oh, I've driven with both of you.
because there are signs that say slower traffic.
Yeah, but they
Move
are
to the
passing.
right.
They are
But
passing the person.
They're
on the
slower
right.
than you.
Yeah, but they don't know that until I'm right up on their tail.
It only takes a peek up in your rearview mirror. Why don't people do that the
Well,
whole
yes,
time
there
they're
you go.
driving? I
There
know.
you go.
It
Manage your
drives me
space.
crazy.
Look at
Drives
what's
me
happening
crazy.
way behind you. Oh, look, guy's coming kind of
Yes.
fast. Maybe I should speed up.
I would like to know what's coming up from behind.
High five, man. You and I. We're in the same boat there.
I agree with you, Brian. You're wrong in that second scenario.
I know I'm wrong, but I stand by it because I'm trying to go somewhere.
You're the main character.
I am the main character in that. So I am such a hypocrite, but
All right. Well, that's all
I'm
we wanted to try to
justified.
get out of tonight. So,
I'm justified in my hypocrisy.
except you're not.
I justify myself.
It's groundbreaking time here at the table.
Yeah.
So we've established disrespectful patterns in behavior is something that you judge other people for. Littering is the same. Not putting a sharpening cart back.
Oh, we're in Canada now.
Yeah, and you know.
Yeah, those people too.
I judge a lot of people who know it all, who speak
Yes.
with certainty,
Yes.
even if they have standing in that area. I'm going to judge you as not allowing for, like if I'm passionate about something, you're more than welcome to question me on it because I will defend it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be offended that you challenged me on it.
Right.
But if you don't have standing and you speak with such certainty on something, it bothers me.
Yeah.
And I judge you because I'm saying, are you so wrapped up in your knowledge of something that may or may not be true?
Right.
Yeah.
That are you, I'm sort of getting into later points, but like you're so wrapped up in your stance on something, you're afraid that it's actually part of who you are. And so you can't allow for a question. By the way, I don't want to argue with you. And to be very fair, I probably don't even care about what you're so certain. I care more that you're so certain about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, grieves my soul. And I judge, but not with anger, but with sadness
Yes.
on both sides, more the one than the other. People that make definitive political, societal, social media comments that I just look at and I go, you have not entertained one opposing thought to what you are. And it bothers me because my most fervent of beliefs or my most, even that I'm not excited about. You know what I mean? Like people are so positive, passionate about their beliefs. And mine, I'm like, nobody's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
nothing's good. No one's good. Everything's bad. But you get to be really excited about your side.
Falling short of the glory of God.
Right. We're all terrible.
Right.
And some are elected. You know,
Right.
and,
Right.
and it's like, whatever. And so I just, when you like, you just go ahead and put that out there. Like, oh, and by the way, you sway. I mean, you guys, we've all talked about this. You swaying a lot of opinions with that.
Right.
Right.
Who was it that said to me, it was over the weekend, unless I saw it on social media. Oh no, it was on another podcast. The sadness of all the Ukrainian people when we arrested Maduro from Venezuela, that all the Ukrainian people seeing people put the Venezuelan flag up in their bios instead of the Ukrainian flag.
Oh.
They're just all like watching it all go away, that they're no longer the cause celeb.
I support the current thing.
You wearing that and having people high five you in DC
Yep.
is one of my favorite things ever.
Yep. Yeah. I've had other people say other things, and it's the complete opposite of what it means.
All right.
But
No, don't move on because I'm going to judge more.
okay.
Was that what you're going to do? Move on, or are you going to talk about more judgment?
I don't want to move on, but I want to touch on
Please do.
what you were saying as far as the know-it-all. You're so certain.
Oh, sure.
And I think for me, I agree with that. To me that comes to a fundamental. Like I have a problem with fundamentalism.
You're going to want to define that because that can mean a lot of things to a
like-
lot of people.
Pharisees, right? Like the you are so wrapped up in your law that you are missing the entire boat.
The biggest boat.
Well, and so as you were talking, I went, okay, I guess I have a problem. I judge people that are high and mighty and fundamental, because to me it does speak. Well, this is my identity, and I have to staunchly defend this, because if I don't defend this, now you're speaking to my identity, and I judge that Because if you're so wrapped up in your ideology that you're so
You're going to find it.
George
No, you
Carlin
right
has-
now. You're looking
so
for words. I'm
overly
encouraging
certain-
you.
Yeah, you're so overly certain and arrogant and haughty in that belief, and that's the absolute right thing and the only way to live life. And that's your identity. I judge you because you're fragile and you're scared. And that's why you defend that thing so hard. And I judge that weakness.
I love it.
That's
I don't know that I love it like I agree
I
with you,
shouldn't
but
judge weakness, but because it should make me sad, and it does make me sad. But
it also triggers
it also-
a response of anger and judgment.
it does.
Yeah. I mean, two things can be true at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
In your right mind, you go, oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
In your temporary mind,
Yeah.
it's you're a piece of garbage.
yeah, right. So I just wanted to expand on what you were saying.
And there's also, I think, righteous judgment, back to assessment,
Jesus did it.
but no, and mine's simple though. Like I was golfing with a guy who was an offensive lineman in college a long time ago, and he is 6'3" or 4, gotta go 350, maybe 325. And he's got a pull cart. And, he's like, boy, sometimes I don't want to sit down because I don't want to get up. And I was like, yeah, I never sit down. And he goes, oh man, my back. He goes, my back's so bad. He goes, and the thing is, I can't lose weight, because my back's so bad. I can't do enough to lose the weight. And in my head, I was like, I've watched you drink 3 Cokes.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And I was like, I literally stood there and I went, buddy. That's all I said. I said, yeah, what are you going to do? But
Excuses. I judge
but
excuses.
my point was like, I'm literally judging your diet. Like, I don't think you're a bad person. I think you have a terrible diet.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, that's why I'm sort of calling it a quasi-righteous judgment, because I'm judging your diet, and therefore that's why you haven't lost weight. It's not even like, oh, I snacked too much. Like, bro, you had 3 Cokes.
That's not a judgment to me. You're
Oh,
you're making an observation.
Well, what's the difference?
I'm observing and making a judgment. Let me be very clear. I'm judging. He has a poor health situation because of what he ingests.
I think observing would be, that guy drinks 3 Cokes.
You
Judging
stink
is
at diet choice.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Right. Observing is that guy drinks 3 Cokes. Judging is you're complaining that you can't get healthy. You're drinking 3 Cokes. Maybe you shouldn't drink 3 Cokes.
Right. I didn't say that.
Real
clear. Be real clear.
I know you didn't say that, but
I'm not saying he's a bad person.
I understand.
Okay.
No, we're very much on the same
Yeah.
page.
It's a righteous judgment. It's an assessment. It's what was
Okay,
Mike's
all right.
word? It was on my phone.
Yeah. All right.
What was his word?
determination.
No. Distinction.
Distinction.
Yeah, the people, but ultimately you're making. I mean, you've allowed yourself to settle. I judge people that allow themselves to settle and make excuses for their settling.
That's different. That's even meaner.
Yeah, I mean, but then they're going to go and say, "Oh, I wish I had this or this and this and that."
Right.
Well, do it.
Right.
Like,
But what if they're not? What if they don't have the capacity to do it?
Everybody's capacity to do something, though. You can do something. If you're breathing, you can do something. It might not be what you want. You might not be getting everything that you've asked for, but you can wish your life away and you're not going to get everything. Like, at least be proactive.
And so for me, there's always that whole side. There's that whole side, and then on the other side of the scale, it's we're all on our journey, and I don't know the full story. That's how I handle it.
That's the mature side of it.
Yeah.
And
But the other,
in no way, shape, or form. By the way, did we need to make a disclaimer earlier on that, none of this is good.
this
I'm
is
trying
the lens
to
through which I see the world.
right. I'm just trying to say, like, where do we all judge so that we can get to, we will get
Right.
to why do we, where does it come from, and what can we do about it? Like, yeah, that's the answer. Is, hey, we're all on our journey. We all fall short. We all sin and fall short. We all judge and fall short. But I want to continue to talk about that to discover, like, just those things. Like, you found the dichotomy of it. I judge, but yet we are all on our journey. But I I wanted to look more into why we do judge, because I do judge my guy for drinking the Coke in a more up here, more like not so deep. Like if you eat fast food multiple times a week, that would be 2. I judge you. You do not care about your health. It's not food. Like the number of people that eats, like the guy that Rachel works with, every day he comes in with a Sheets bag. He's got a Monster energy drink, either Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper, which I understand Diet Dr. Pepper is a great beverage. I get that. And then some breakfast item and then some lunch item. And every day he ingests that. What do you do? Like, do you not care? Do you not know? Have you not heard? Have I not seen? I mean, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
He's a grown man. He's an adult ingesting so much crap.
And spending a lot of money doing it.
So much money.
Yeah.
That he doesn't have.
Right.
I mean, clearly he has it because he's not. I don't know. Maybe he's put on a credit card.
Could be, but you could be saving a lot of money and
You know
being
who
a lot
I
more
hate
wiser.
this? Anthony DeMarco, Turtle.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that no matter what I post, he'll always do the contrarian.
Oh yeah.
When I did the grilled cheese at Aldi, or the frozen grilled cheese at Aldi, and that I judge you. I wrote that. That's that's part of where this came from.
Yeah.
And his response was, well, you know, Jay, sometimes people only want one grilled cheese a month and they don't want to waste the rest of the bread and the cheese and have it go bad. And I was like, oh, the obligatory contrarian.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, that's what that person's doing.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Well,
Which,
and
hold on.
yeah,
Because you and I both know that bread's going to last 6 months and never mold because it's filled with garbage.
yep.
But anyhow, you were saying.
I was gonna say, like, I think the people that I judge are kind of like where Brian was talking about. It's more like, okay, you ran into a problem. I'm happy to help you get past that. Well, then there becomes another problem or another excuse, and it just keeps on repeating itself over and over again. So, like, when it comes to the person that's like playing the victim, or I can't do this because of this, like, I do pass judgment on that person. Like, whether they're lazy or maybe they just have a high need of really, really high need of support and need help. But
Yeah, what if, go ahead.
like, hopefully you can read the room of yourself and try to help yourself out, like, or try to ask better questions or hang out with people that can motivate you to do better and move up in the world versus just dragging yourself down.
It's so hard for me not to go to like the rest of the points because I want to stay here because I want to defend those people. I want to explain, well, why aren't they that way? And why are you mad at them? Do you judge them because that has been you, or because it's the exact opposite of you? Because you are this, both of you are
Right.
self-made men.
I think it's interesting because, like,
But I don't want to go there necessarily.
no, but for me, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm going there and kind of misreading the room.
You are.
Okay, all right. I won't
No, go
there.
ahead, because now people are at the edge of their
Well,
seats in their cars.
For me, I know I have a high need of support.
Yeah.
So I recognize that. And then I can ask better questions and find the people that I need to get that help to move up.
Mm-hmm. And you judge those that don't.
I judge the people that don't seek out help or don't make a move to better themselves or better their family or, whatever. There's all kinds of opportunity. You just got to go after it.
So here's a group of people that I think get judged a lot. And that's sort of like when you see the stories in the news of child abuse. Stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Shaken baby, whatever else. And it's so easy to go, how could you do that to a baby, whatever else? And then like you have a kid.
Yep.
And you go, wait, I've got a wife. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm losing.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you're addicted to drugs, you have no money, your husband left you, and all this stuff, and then you go, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
Yep. You had no more thread, and it snapped.
and you've got all these resources,
Yep.
let alone that person who has zero resources.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's just another one. Somebody said that to me over the weekend. Like they were like, you know, they're a new parent and they're like, it's great. It's wonderful. I get shaken baby syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're, you know, and they had to go like, I mean, I've never done it. I've never
Right,
done it. Do it. And I was like, no, you put him down hard though, didn't you? And he's like, a little bit. You know. I didn't want to, you know, set them into bed, make sure they didn't fall out, you know.
Yeah.
But anything else? What about over the top sport fan?
I mean, a little bit, because it's like, what else? Is this your life? Is this the focus of your life? Is this the purpose, the sole purpose that you're living? You know, because like I watch.
So I'm seeing a theme, but go on.
Yeah. So watching football, you see the commercials, and it's just the over the top idiot fans that are, you know, throwing their furniture around and getting food all over the place, and because somebody scored a touchdown.
That was a commercial for Bounty.
Yes, and they're trying to sell you something there, but there are people in life that are like that.
Well, Eric talked about it.
Yeah,
The guy that ruins people's nights.
Yes.
Screaming at a regular season
Like,
blowout. Not even a close game.
Yeah, not even.
and again, I guess it goes to the fundamentalist. Like, this is your identity.
Yep.
You've chosen this to be your primary identity, and I just find that both sad and really, I don't know. It's just
Defeating. Not defeating, because
like,
you're not defeated.
respect yourself a little bit. There's way more in life than this.
So what are those categories? Politics, social movements, sports. Where do people
Religion.
lose themselves? Religion. Certainly religion.
I think if you
Hobbies,
can find
I
your
mean-
like if you can find yourself in an ideology and like that's who you're claiming to be, it could be anything.
I'm sorry. I don't disagree. I'm just thinking like, so sports is your ideology. You're a
Right.
Or I
Ideologue.
watch birds, and like you're just an over the top. And again, like there are people that this is what they were born to do, and I love that. Like when I see that, you were born to do this, you thoroughly enjoy it. But I think they're like you. I guess you can kind of see when it's pure, but when other people are just they've taken on this role because this is what society's programmed them to do. Like the sports fan is a perfect example. Like there's other things.
Yeah. So I saw
So,
a
I don't
video
know.
on Nick Saban talking about perfection,
Mm-hmm.
and former, really arguably one of the best until Kurt Signetti, college football coaches of all time. And he was talking about practice and the perfection. And I was like, I wish I was as passionate. I talked about this, I think, before, about anything as he is that. And I
Right.
thought, no, emotional responding. I'm passionate about emotional responding, but it's not my identity.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yep,
like,
absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
because
But because that sports fan is devoid, generally, like from what you could tell,
the stereotypical over
They're
the top sports fan,
devoid.
not all sports fans.
right? They're devoid of something much more substantial, you know. And again, like if you're a coach and you're in pursuit of perfection, I admire that. 'Cause
Sure.
That's
no,
your
I'm not
job.
judging Saban. I was
Yes.
just comparing him as like his passion. Well, and it goes back to my other quote, which was an unguarded strength is a double weakness.
Right.
Hey, great. You're passionate about bird watching. Great. Don't judge somebody because they don't know the bird
You
know.
don't know that
Right.
Come on.
loudmouth titmouse or whatever. You dumb idiot.
I was thinking yellow-bellied worm swallower.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of them. Effing birds. Well, Chris got me a, God rest his soul. He got me a book a couple years ago. It's Effing Birds.
Oh,
and
not,
it's like,
not.
no, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got me a book for Christmas. EFFIN Birds.
Ah,
And it's just all these funny bird names.
Yeah.
So,
but they're real birds
But they are real birds.
and real bird names,
real bird names.
and they're funny.
like Cocker Spaniel Titmouse or whatever.
Okay.
But anyways,
Yeah. So Mary Lynn sits at the head of the table, and she was really impacted by a phrase I used a couple of years ago, and I've said it here, that one of my goals is to be less judgmental of judgmental people. Like to not look down on somebody who's judgmental because they're just being judgmental. They're not choosing to be, you know what I mean? And so what are your thoughts on that phrase? Like somebody that's very judgy, to not look down on them, to not judge judgmental people.
That's tough.
I think it's a noble pursuit.
No.
It is a noble pursuit. I agree.
I think it will make you a better person.
It's funny because we're doing this whole judgmental thing, and I find lots of things to judge people about, but I think I'm also one of the least judgmental people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not,
No, yeah, I agree.
and I can find a lot,
Yeah.
you know.
But I think
I just spent a conference judging people.
right. But
Go ahead.
you also look at people through a lens, some people might call it, through God's eyes or whatever, but to make it tangible, you're looking and putting that person in a view of like that person has been hurt
Sure.
somewhere along the lines somehow. And some people it's much more evident that you can see it. It's a lot louder with some people than others, but like you're always good at like finding the best in people and also like understanding, seeking understanding of why that person is who they are.
What did Marilyn just add after the stars?
She said, I think it gets easier when you get older. And it's funny because like I was thinking about this the other day, like when you graduate to like grandparent, and I think about my own grandparents, but I think about Jay. You mentioned, I want to say it's Pop Bronner. It's the
Look at you bringing the last names of my other side of the family. Man, you're a
was
good
he
friend.
was he the one that
He was the saint.
and he's the one like when talked about like the depression, like it wasn't that
Wasn't
bad.
so bad. You worked
Right.
a week, you were off a week.
Like
They made
I
it
view
seem
like
worse than it was.
because he's seen so much, he's been through so much,
he
and
was
he
blind,
just
how
like
dare you.
but he's just the perfect thing to bounce something off of. Like if you went to and confessed something to him, he'd be like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's,
you know?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would never confess to him. Gosh. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But time does that. Like you've seen it all. You've seen people do the worst of the worst. And I think you get more seeking understanding of like, this person's been through it a lot.
I would say
Or
it
you
can,
go the other way. And
Yep,
just become
yep.
That's true
absolutely
too.
jaded.
That's true too. There are two sides of the
well, you
coin.
know my phrase, not everything is something. And as you get older, there's very, very few somethings. Not everything is something. I said that I wanted to tell the girls basketball team this because every day it's this cacophony of screaming and yelling over you
the
looked at me,
dumbest
you
stuff.
didn't. Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I said that to RD, Rachel's old Young Life leader who's on our committee. And he goes, let me correct you right there. And I was like, go ahead. And he said, it's not true. And I said, help me out.
Yeah.
He said, Jay, I hang out with septa and octogenarians all the time, 70 and 80-year-olds. He said, you know what they talk about? Their health. They are consumed. What doctor did you go to? What medicine are you on? He said, everything is something to them with their health. He goes, so it's not as you get older.
Yeah.
He said, it's as you grow closer to the Lord. He said, you can put things into perspective.
Yeah.
But not just chronological age.
Yeah.
And that's something God's really been showing me in the last year. Like, this can really sound funny. Older people, they're just people. Like in my mind, they all know the Lord. They're all, they've all reached this pinnacle of life and they're ready to just head off into, and they're not.
Right.
Like I said, like Flo Pavia, the 94-year-old just laughing about working at a brothel at some point in time in her life. And I'm like, what the? So yes, I agree with you that it can, as you get older, things can be put in perspective.
Yeah.
But we've all met, I've met a few judgmental, some might even say racist old people.
What?
Might have been related to one or two. Do we judge anything else before we? I wouldn't mind. I have one more topic.
We have to wrap.
Ooh.
I mean, like we're at over an hour.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that got.
I know.
She went.
We can do a lot of judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I had a real quick question for you.
Okay.
National chain breakfast. What's the best?
The best national chain breakfast, Waffle House.
I was going quick to Waffle House because if we're talking chain, and man, they just know how to
Their
be
waffle's so good.
They just know how to be a greasy spoon.
Yeah.
Like they figured out how to manufacture a greasy spoon.
That's the new
And they can back it up.
We figured out how to manufacture.
I'm trademarking it right now.
That's great.
Before
I love it.
this is proof. Trademark it.
Sunday night, because we had worship Sunday morning. So Sunday night, there was no worship, but they had a pro panel. And Silas Schultz, who is a very good disc golfer, just signed with MVP yesterday.
Yes, he did. I saw that.
But he's better at promotion in social media and everything else. They were like, what do you look forward to? Whatever. He started talking about Waffle House.
Yeah.
He talked about what he gets and how he orders it. And I still haven't reached out. I'm praying to God that it was recorded. It was one of the best comedic pieces I have ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
So you're both Waffle House. I will disagree with you.
Go ahead.
I will say it's IHOP because as a gluten-free guy, like Waffle House does not have omelets. They don't have an omelet.
Right.
How can you be the best chain breakfast?
I bet you if you asked for it, they'd make it for you.
Oh,
though.
I think they tell me to go pound salt.
Did they really?
No, I'm saying they would. And then I'd
No,
throw a
we're
chair
going
and then
wild
she'd
now.
catch it. And then we'd be on.
Yeah, we'd be on a YouTube video.
But is anybody else an honorable mention? I mean, Perkins, Denny's. Denny's is fine.
National level? No, because like I'll go back to what I said before. Like whenever we go
Affected
on,
the manufacturing of a greasy spoon.
yeah, because whenever we go for disc golf trips or vacation, we're looking for what's the local greasy spoon.
Yeah.
That's what you want. IHOP's not that. Denny's is not that.
No.
That like Waffle House is that greasy spoon diner that feels mom and pop, but you can
Isn't.
But isn't exactly.
I will say, if I had to go eat breakfast at a national chain and there was no available Waffle House, I would do Denny's.
Yeah. Denny's, you know what you're getting.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's a big point.
It was
The last time I was at Denny's, it took 40 hours.
Was it that night?
Yeah.
big reason why
Years ago.
Yeah. That's
Denny's
the last
has the
time I was at
best
Denny's.
fruit cup.
Didn't
Yep.
think that. I did not know that was coming out.
Best fruit cup. No melon. No melon in the fruit cup.
Rachel and I in Bellefonte. It was actually like the original Waffle House, and they actually have to have a disclaimer like, we're not affiliated with a national chain.
Yeah.
One of the sides was 4 slices of tomato. I've never heard that before. And of all the other things, I was like, I'll get it. And I mixed it in with my omelet yesterday morning in Jacksonville, Metro Diner, which turned out to be a chain. And I went to it last year and I didn't like it. And I was like, oh, a diner. But then I went, it was just a different location. And I said, he goes, biscuit, toast or bagel or whatever, muffin. And I'm like, none, thank you, because gluten-free. He goes, can I get you some tomato slices? I'm like, what is happening? Right? What is Big Tomato doing?
Yeah.
To like, why is that now a side with breakfasts?
I don't know.
It's delightful.
I mean, it's healthy.
Oh, I
It's
love
good.
this. I
a
love
little salt,
good
little pepper,
tomato.
mix
Yeah.
it in with the yeah. And then he brought out my omelet, and I said, Western omelet, bacon instead of ham. No problem, we can do that for you. Comes out, puts it down. He goes, is that ham? And I wanted real bad to be like, you should know. And yes, it is. And he goes, well, I'll take it back. And I'm like, I have a tea time for a private disc golf course. And I was like, it's fine. But anyhow, that's the end of the story. So I had a tomato.
All right. Why don't you take us out, Brian?
I will do that. That's it for episode 309. Join us next week for episode 310. Between now and then, please give us a like or follow on social media and visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. And while there, take our relational needs questionnaire. Thanks for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome. Goodbye.
See you next week.
Bye.